How's it, everybody? Money Shot here, and welcome back to Hawaii Crap Shooters. Our Vegas September trip is all said and done, and here are all the details in this trip report. Check it out. All right, guys, let's get started. Day one, Wednesday, September 13th. Me, Mrs. Manisha, and baby Dice, our 2-year-old daughter Zadra, got up early and headed to the airport. We checked in at Southwest. Those guys are great. They're always fun, always entertaining. Got us checked in really quick, knowing that we had an extra leg from Honolulu to Maui and then to Vegas. So going over to Maui, we did see the devastation from the wildfires on the city of Lahaina. It was a it's a sad sight to see. It looks like a bomb literally dropped on that city. Prayers again goes out to Maui and the victims and their families, and hopefully they can get a speedy recovery. But we got to see it overhead in the plane. Baby Dice chilling in the plane, as you can see here. And then we took our trip to Vegas, direct flight from Maui to Vegas, which wasn't too bad. So during the trip, I had to teach Mrs. Money Shot how to do the my new strategy called my quick switch strategy, and I wanted her to get prepared so that when she practices there, she kind of know it. So I had my crapsy up, had her running the system, teaching her all the ins and out, what to do here, what to do there. So I think on the 5 hour trip, she got it in our 5 hour trip. So she was ready. She was ready. But we were there mostly for her Tahitian competition. So that was the big reason we were there more than craps. But so she was really focused on her Tahitian contest. So we arrived in Vegas about 5 p.m. We checked in at the Fremont, the home of Hawaii crap shooters. We love it there. Always a blast. You know me, I love the table there. It's hard and the bounce is kind of like a medium bounce, and I'm pretty much dialed in on that table. So we checked in there. They renovated the whole place. So if you guys go to Fremont, now it looks pretty fancy. They got the new food court. The craps area is pretty huge, spacious now. So it wasn't as tight as before. They got better lighting. You can see the dice better, but the tables are still the same. So that's the one thing, and I'm happy that they didn't change is the table. So checked in there. First session was kind of late already, but first session bought in 1,000 and lost 670. So kind of get the still got the jitters off the plane, trying to settle in, but ended up losing. So not too bad on day one. That wrapped up day one. We wanted to settle in, just check in, and I just went down for a quick 2 hour session that evening. On day two, Thursday, September 14th, early morning session, all settled in now. Rolled the 26 roll monster, got my 29th hat. I bought in for $600. I was down to my last 100. And then that's when my roll got me back even. So you see, that's going to be the story of the trip. Every time I get the monster roll is when I'm down on and playing short stack. So I was short stack with 100, and I had to build that all the way up to almost even. So I bought in for 600, I believe, and I cashed out to 560. 560, yeah, 560. I lost $40, but it could have been worse if I didn't have if I didn't throw that monster. I would have never gotten back. So minus 40 first session. Mark Apana from Maui also got his hat that same little earlier. Oh no, back to back we got our hats. So he got his hat, I got my hat. That's actually both of our rolls brought us back. We got our hats together. We got it at the Boyd Rewards. Pretty cool having back to back hats. Mark also gave me some delicious Maui cookies, which I myself ate the whole bag. Thank you, Mark. I did give some to my family, but it's so generous of him to pack that up all the way to Vegas and give us that as gifts. Then, after our morning session, we went to Palace Station for our filming with some of our Patreons. So,
Who we got over here? My name is Mark from Maui. Oh, me and Mark did two back-to-back monster rolls. We got our hats together. Nice, yeah. Yeah, now do it again. We do it again. And this guy made how much? How much thousands you made? I don't know. I gave some back. 3,800, I think. Oh, on your roll, yeah. Oh, big roll. Yeah. All right. What you buying in now? 600. And what you gonna be playing? This blast 20 roll money shot? Maybe the sisters. The sisters? Yeah, try that.
check it out. It's going to be coming out, guys. It's going to be coming out in our video. I still backed up in my videos, but you'll definitely see it. You guys saw some of the live going on in our live streams uh, this past weeks. So stay tuned for the live video at the Palace Station. We love it at the Palace Station. Dealers are fun. They're funny. They're friendly. They really know what they're doing as well. So it's hard to find dealers like that in Vegas. On that session, made $300 on the Palace Station session. Um, I won't give you any details, but I did come in positive 300. Then we rested after the filming. We had dinner. Then we went out again down at the Fremont. Me and Ernie and Keely. So me, Ernie, and Keely was on the table. We played at the Fremont. We started off with multiple PSOs and short rolls, and Ernie PSO'd twice. Sorry, Ernie, I did gotta tell the story, but he PSO'd twice, and we were again short stack. And then guess what? I played just a 4 and 10, simple get in 4 and 10 and build within. And Ernie goes off on a monster. He goes off on a 40 roll monster. Must have hit the fives and nines like 8 times each. But stupid me on the 4 and 10, which he only hit 2 or 3 times during the 40 roll. And I'm always in the middle of the road, like maybe I should move the strategy. I said, no, if I move the strategy, then he's gonna 7 out. Or, so I was waiting for the time and waiting for the time, but he kept on hitting insides, insides, inside. And by the time I was too deep already to even change my strategy, and I just said, I'm gonna just be not gonna get FOMO. I'm just gonna uh accept what strategy I used, and it was the wrong strategy. Ernie ended up, he was down, but he came up ahead and in the positive. What happened to me? I ended up losing 250 out of $500 bankroll. So I made about 150 on that 40 roll monster, but sad. I was like, we always tease each other. Our timing belt is off. My timing belt was off. But congratulations to Ernie for winning his first ever jacket. He didn't win any hat, but he says he's skipping the hat and going straight to the jacket. But that was an awesome roll on Ernie's part. Congratulations, Ernie. So after day two, my trip total is $10 loss for day two, and making it my trip total at minus 660. So still down on day two. Hopefully day three will be better. Day three, Friday, September 15th, our morning session at Fremont again. You know me, I'm always there in the morning. Uh, Lost $80. Can't get anything going. Still hanging in there. I ended up losing just $80. Bought in 500, cashed out for 20. But minimal loss, but still nothing strong. No monster rolls either by myself or by anybody on the table. Main Street filming. We went to Main Street afterwards. We filmed there. You guys saw the live stream I did in the beginning, so stay tuned for that. Ended up losing another $100. I was up $300 in profits on the last shooter. and the last shooter just sniped me. He sniped me for a $200 lay and then wiped me out with a quick seven right after. So I ended up losing $400 in a minute, like not in minutes, I should say. So it was terrible. I was like, how can I be up 300 and just lose it? But when you play hybrid, the protection that you are protecting can also kill your bankroll. And this is one thing I was learning too on the trip is the lay protection on hybrid is a costly protection. So you got to be careful with that. You can't use it all the time. But was up 300 and then 5 minutes later down 100. That sucked big time. So after that, we just hung out. We waited for a buffet, so they gave us a comp buffet at the Main Street buffet station. Great food over there. Thank you to the Main Street staff and management for hooking us up with comp buffet. While we was waiting for everyone, we had Slipper Shooter checking out the slot machines. He was there for just uh, a few hours. He flew in, filmed, played a little, and went back, caught the plane back home. So he did a quickie, and here's him on the slot machines going off. So check him out, trying to win the jackpot here.
Got Shannon Scott over here, lucky envelope. Let's go. You gotta feel the music, man. You gotta feel the music. Oh, feel the. All right. What you gotta get? Oh, you got a mini. $11.37.
All right. So after we rested up again, re-energized, we went down to the Fremont again. Downstairs from our hotel room, and bought in 500 and lost all of it. Lost 500. It was terrible table again. I've been getting multiple snipes on my hybrid lays that I couldn't recover. Playing short stack again. I just couldn't believe how much time they would snipe me. $150 at a time, $100 at a time, and $500 buy-in. And that's damaging. 30% of your bankroll, 20%. Like, oh, it was terrible. But good news, I still haven't rebought at all still on this third day. Um, we went to Golden Nugget afterwards. I did hit the small from there. So I hit the small really quick, maybe about 6-7 rows, already completed the small. But after that, no hurrah, cold table, short rows, 2 to 3 rows, and it's hard to survive again. I ended up losing $140 at the Golden Nugget. And then we played Wheel of Fortune. We went back to the Fremont, and then I played Wheel of Fortune with Ernie. Um, and my first time ever playing Wheel of Fortune during the trip. So on day 3, believe it or not, because I usually play Wheel of Fortune when I'm up, and that's all the extra money made from the table. But I'm down, so I didn't play. I was like, I gotta play this. I saw my machine. I felt the machine calling me. I told Ernie, hey, let's throw in $100 each. And bam, we hit $800 hit on the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, what a comeback. We both made $300 profit. So total for day 3, lost 520, and the total trip is now at 1160. So minus 1160. So minus 1160, terrible. Already halfway through my trip, and we're at 1160. I got to do something drastic to get back. So we're going to go on to day 4 now. All right, day 4 now, Saturday, September 16th. This is not a gambling day. This is for Mrs. Money Shot. This is her Tahitian Competition day. So we got up early. I didn't even do my morning session. I know how important this day was for her. So Just got everything ready, got all of her costumes ready, all of her tea leaves, her fresh flowers, everything for the competition, making sure we didn't miss anything. And we drove over to the Silverton Casino, south of Las Vegas. I did walk by the craps table when we got there, and that's where they have the battleships of tables. This, if you didn't see the Silverton table, it's like one of the longest in Vegas. It's huge, 16 footer. Showing from the end is super difficult because it's like two tables combined almost. Check out look at this picture. It's unreal, unreal. So I got the photo because they don't open up till maybe about 11 o'clock, they said. So it's not even a 24-hour craps table at Silverton. They opened at 11. Our baby girl, Zadra. So Zadra took the stage first on that day. She did great. Check her out. Check her moves out. She's only 2 years old. But so proud of her. Watch her shake her booty.
This is where it starts, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And for their participation, hold on, baby. She said, I'm done. There's candy waiting for me at the room. Right? For their participation, they get these beautiful little necklaces.
Now that was such a proud dad moment there. My daughter was awesome, man. Even though it's an exhibition, she's first place in my heart. Hazel, then afterwards, her category came up. She's in the advanced category for her age group, and she did very well. So proud of her in the first round. She did awesome. She was confident. She knew what she was doing. Check her out in this video. Husband proud moment here.
Hazel, give him, Hazel. 367.
Our judges are giving a thumbs up. Ladies, please strike your pose.
Let's go, Hazel.
Judges, put it. Round of applause for 366, 367, and 369.
367.
Look at that, man. Wow, that was awesome. Uh, After, her first round, me and Pono, you guys know Pono, we sneaked out a session at the craps table. So we walked out there. They were taking a break. So we said, hey, let's go hit the table. Pono had a great roll over there. Um, I bought in 1100. I don't know why I bought an 11. I think I just had extra money and just ended up buying 11. I don't normally buy 1100, but I bought 1100. I cashed out 800. I lost another 300 there. I don't know how. It was hard for me to get my shot on that long table, but Pono did great. Pono got me up. We lost it around the table. I couldn't shoot, and then it was over. Lost $300. And then we had to get back. So round two for Mrs. Money Shot. Mrs. Money Shot is up round two. Here is her shaking her booty again for round two, trying to make the finals. Check it out.
Your finalists, contestant numbers 367, 366, 371, 368, and 370.
All right, so she did round two. She wasn't so confident in that round on how she did. But I think she did okay, but she was like, "Oh, I could have done better." And it wasn't as great as my first round, but we'll see because the results are coming up. So while we waited for the results, me and Toothpick Ted, man, thank you, Ted, for hanging out with us the entire day. He didn't even gamble; he was just out there enjoying the Tahitian competition. He says he loves these kind of competitions, so he kept me company there. And then we squeezed out. We went to the bubble craps, and he saw me put in 300, right, Ted? And went up to $960. And I got greedy at the end. I was like, Ted, I'm going to hit 1,000 and I'm going to pull out this ticket. Once I hit 1,000, I just need one more hit and then I'm done. But ended up losing 200, 300. For it went all the way back down to three, and then in like 10 minutes, I was getting sniped and sniped and sniped. It's as if this computer, there's an AI. I strongly believe there's an AI in bubble craps because this computer that got me up to 960 learned what I was doing and totally hit all my holes back to back in my strategy. And me and Ted was like, what the heck? Every number that was my hole, it'll hit. And ended up breaking out even again. So I lost 660 in profit in like minutes again. My luck was just bad. And uh, you guys wouldn't believe the story, but Toothpick Ted was right there, right next to me. And oh man, I'm all choked up because yeah, it was just sick, man. It was just sick. All right, so after that bubble craps disaster, we went back into the event center and finals was ready. So you guys saw it on live. I live streamed it. Here is the video of the live stream calling out the results. Check it out.
Live at the Ori Tahiti. We got Toothpick Ted, my babysitter. With Zadra. Zadra say hi. Yeah, Toothpick Ted.
Learning about the cows.
Yeah, appreciate him being here. Supporting Mrs. Money Shot. His first ever Tahiti.
I'm learning.
You're learning. All right, this is Hazel, Mrs. Money Shot's division right here.
In our 45 plus Wahine advanced category in third place.
Oh, they gave her age.
371, Miss Diana.
Diana. Oh, she's not third place. Maybe she's.
And in second place, contestant number 368, Marjorie Ensign.
Oh, it's either first place or not place. No place.
And in first place, contestant number 367, Miss Hazel Baliscan.
and she took first place. Oh, dang. Live on YouTube. Oh no, what place did you take? Huh? How did Mrs. Money Shot do? First place. How you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah? Hungry.
Wanna eat?
Show me your trophy. What is it? Can I see the first place advance?
I
Wow.
want to go take a picture with them. Thank you for your support. Teddy, thank you so much. You're hired.
We'll get tired.
I'm gonna go take a picture with them, hon.
All right, near misses. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take pictures. We're gonna take some photos, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Mrs. Money Shot, first place.
First place for my wife, Hazel. Congratulations to my wife, Hazel, for placing number one in the advanced category in her age group. She was so happy. She works her butt off, practicing and conditioning and maintaining her weight and not eating, not picking out. And you know how hard that is in Vegas. But she was determined. She was disciplined. She did great, and I'm so proud of her. Is she put in so much work and it's so awesome. She deserves the win. I congratulate my wife, man. And I was in tears actually, but I didn't want to show her I was in tears. But what an awesome feeling for her. And I know I'm very proud of her, and I know she's very happy with the results of all of her hard work and dedication to her Tahitian dancing that she loves so much. So after the competition, we were exhausted. um, Obviously, Hazel wanted to eat, so we went back to the Fremont, put away all of our stuff, and we went down to the Fremont, brand new Fremont food court, where we met our bodyguards, SJ and Roberto. They drove in. They met us in the food court. Here they are. That's Hazel, SJ's Hazel, and Sonia and Roberto. They joined us for dinner. They didn't eat. They already ate some Nathan hot dogs down the street. But Hazel just pigged out because she was just super hungry. So we ate there, and even though I was exhausted, we we played that evening. Roberto wanted to play. SJ wanted to play. So we did do another session at Fremont. Um, hmm. The total loss for that day was total loss. I think I lost again. No, we were so exhausted that evening. I don't even think Toothpick Ted played. But ended up the total loss for that day minus 400 again. So 4 days in a row losses for a total of $1,560. Oh man, it's getting brutal, and it's already like we only got 3 days left, and I'm already in the hole. So I was telling, we're down and going down and going down, and luckily it's minimal. Like in my Vegas practices that I practice here, it's like minimum. I buy in 500 and I last the 500, so I'm lasting 500, really below budget, but still not catching anything or throwing anything to get all of my into the profit. So we gotta move on to day 5, guys. So day 5, Sunday, September 17th. We had a Fremont session again, rolled 27 rollers. So finally another monster, hoping to bring me back to the positive. This is my 30th hat now. Bought in 500 and profit only 135. again. I was down again and then had to come back. So man, being in the hole and then rolling a monster just to get you slightly above even again, it sucks again. It sucked again, but again, at least I'm not in the negative. So I'm up 135. Then we went filming at the Fremont. So we didn't have to move casino. We filmed right there at the Fremont. You guys saw the live stream as well. I made another 125 on that table. So hitting the positives. So feeling good. Hazel that evening, she was done with her competition. She was ready for some craps. So because she was just focused. She didn't play craps at all until her competition. So now she's hungry. She's like, I'm ready to play now. Sunday, she can take off her focus on the competition. And I this is from what I've heard. Hazel and SJ's Hazel, they went to the Golden Nugget, and I guess Hazel threw a short roll. SJ's Hazel Young, and then Hazel threw, and then came back around to Hazel Young, and it's so confusing. Two Hazels, but SJ's Hazel, and she felt like she wasn't confident. This is from what I heard. She wasn't confident, and she didn't play the ATS. She just was gonna roll. And guess what? She made them all. So Hazel Young makes the all at Golden Nugget, but sad thing is she didn't have anything on top, but Mrs. Money Shot did, and she was so sad for Hazel Young that Mrs. Money Shot gave her actually half of her bankroll. I mean, her winnings on the ATS. What a generous thing to do for Hazel. She just, she rolled a great hand, and that's what friends do. Back them up. When when misfortunes, right? When they miss the opportunity. So that was great of her. But again, because of her generosity, they went to the plaza, and the blessings paid off with Hazel. She went off on a monster roll there. Multiple hardway parlays she was throwing, from what I heard from Toothpick Ted, which took all of these photos. And she made another $1,000 in profit there at the plaza. So it was a ladies' night for that night on our day 5. So she came back all excited, came back to the room, because I'm watching Baby Dice right in the room. So she came back super excited, made a $1,000 plus in profits. But that was awesome. And thank you, Toothpick Ted, for all of these photos that you have taken while you guys were there, because Ted and SJ was with the girls. I wish I was there. I would have made back my money for sure and get me back out of the negative. But when we're with the baby, daddy duties comes first. So, and then after she came back into the room, that's when we switch off, and Corey Random Roller flies in, and we played a session there. My phone was acting up, and I don't know what happened to my losses or anything. It's for some reason I bought this new phone, and new phone screen, because it was cracked. And I went cheap. I went to one of the vendors in the kiosk you see at the shopping mall, and it was just terrible. It just has its mind of its own, and it kind of wiped out all of my data, all of my notes that I put in for my bankroll. So I don't really know how much I lost on day 5, but it must have been another $500. But I had no because I had no picture of my chips, because I usually take a picture. So if no picture, then I must have lost it all. So another 500. So down 245 on Sunday, another losing day. So making it a trip total of minus 1805. Oh, going down and down and down. When can I catch a big break? But we're going on to day 6. So day 6, Monday, September 18th, morning session. Guess what? Here comes the monster roll from Money Shot. Money Shot rolls a 43 roll monster from the end. Yuri style. Don't dog the Yuri. Gets his second jacket here. again. But guess what? Again, story of the trip. I was down again, down to my last 200 or something, playing short stack and then coming out with the monster. Ended up making 575, so made back maybe about close to 900 on that roll. But you know, it's just terrible when you got to come out from the hole and you hit a monster. Why can't the monster come when I'm in the positive, when I'm not playing short stack, you know? Um, but it was the low Yuri from the end that worked perfectly on that table. Super happy of getting my second jacket, man. It's tough to get that jacket. Full table, trying to roll 43, all the delays that you can imagine. Everybody just watching you. It's a lot of pressure. So, it's really tough. The jacket doesn't matter. It's just that, being able to roll 43 rolls is it's a difficult task. So if you get a jacket, you definitely deserve it because it's a journey in time when you're in there. You're focused, you block out everything. You got to, because there's so much going on, and you got to focus and keep on throwing and then hoping that seven doesn't come. So I did it again. Second jacket, two one hat and two jackets so far, but I'm still in the negative. What the heck? So, anyways, after that, we went to Palace Station filming. We filmed there. Our second time there, I was up another 160 on that session. I always play conservative, anyways, when I'm filming because I don't shoot good when on film, man. You guys can see me uh trying to, the cameras always seem to die or goes wrong when I'm in the middle of the roll. So I'm over there fiddling with the cameras, trying to get everything done, and it's just hard for me to focus. I still got to try and know how to handle all of this, but so far I'm not. um we had lunch at Palace Station with Troy, a couple of the guys, some Patreons. Um, uh, we were super hungry, but not as hungry as Toothpick Ted. Toothpick Ted had these huge pancakes right here. So we ended up calling him Pancake Ted. It's like these pancakes were so huge. Like, well, I was teasing Ted and saying that, hey, if you eat all that, you get a shirt, man, or something. You could deserve something. You get a jacket for eating that pancakes. It was huge. He ended up not even eating half of it, but those were huge. Great. It was at the cafe at the Palace Station. So great food over there. We really enjoyed it. It's comped by the management. Palace Station again was great. Always love going to Palace Station, and then the dealers are awesome. They're always funny, making us laugh, and always making us have a good time there. After Palace Station, Ted took us in his truck. We're in 100-degree heat, and Toothpick Ted has no AC, so we had to. Me and Mike, one of our other patrons, had to endure the sauna in his truck right here. Just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Ted gave us a ride. We went shopping that evening. Me and Mrs. Moneyshot. She wanted to just go shopping. She wasn't able to shoot with us on film, so she said, "Okay, let's go shopping." So I had to go shopping with her. I hate shopping, but she loves shopping, so we got to do what she wants to do too. Um, then Hazel rolled with Keely, Ted, and Derek on there while I rested in the room. I was super tired from the filming. I rested in the room. She went down. She went to play another session. I was up 735 for the day. Finally, a winning day. So down 1,070 for the trip. So that ended up day 6. Tomorrow we're flying back, so I know I only have one more session left. So I gotta get ready. Should I chase the $1,000 that I'm down, or should I just play steady? So let's go to day 7, our last day. All right, guys, day 7, Tuesday, September 18th, last morning session. I rolled not good. Hoping to come back from the $1,000, rolled 2 PSOs, then I rolled a 20 plus monster, and then three more PSOs. It was like five PSOs in the last day. Lost my entire $500. I only brought in 500. I said, I'm just going to try and win my 1,000 with this. If not, I'm going to be content with what my winning is. Lost another 500. So packed it up, didn't chase anything. Losing trip, man, it just sucked, man. We couldn't catch a big hand. We couldn't catch anything. It was just uh terrible. Getting sniped. So we packed up. We stopped off in San Jose. So we had another leg coming home.
Yeah, yeah.
Stopped in San
Deidre, say
Jose, and then
hi.
we went home.
Say bye-bye.
Total trip loss, 1570, almost like my virtual. So in my virtual practices that I always do before I go to Vegas with my throws, practice my betting, practice my discipline. You guys see it. I go 2 weeks strong right before I leave. Almost identical, 1570 lost. Little less than the virtual, but just couldn't catch it. But always there's lessons in everything, right? Me and my trip report, there's no losses, they're just lessons. So lessons learned. I am abandoning the hybrid now. The hybrid comes at a cost for you to protect the sevens. But the dice combinations just gotta be there. If you get sniped, you lay the 4 and 10, they hit the 4 and then a 7 out. Man, you're in big hurt in your bankroll is hurting big time, guys. And that's where I ended up. Like I would go 200 on the lay and I get sniped on the lay. I got 100 on the layout. I get sniped with the 7. That's 300 down on a $500 bankroll. And I'm now playing with 200. And I refuse to buy in, and I always try to call myself out. But playing short stack 200, it sucks, man. But it helps with your discipline. I catch the big rolls, bring me up to 500 again, but the big rolls weren't always there. So the hybrid, if I played regular, probably I would have last longer. But then again, if hindsight looking back, the big rolls weren't there. We didn't have multiple double digit rolls. It was all short, less than 6 rolls in all the tables throughout the whole trip. It's hard to win when it's short. And I'm playing the dark side, the hybrid side, and I'm still getting caught. It was just not my time. You can't win them all, guys. It's a tough game. Like I said, if you could beat this game and master this game, then this game would not be in the casino. So you got to have the roles. Moving from the hybrid, going into a different strategy now. But it's good to know that I can use the hybrid. The hybrid actually, I take that back. Our last trip, the hybrid worked really good. The combinations were perfect, helped with the 7. It's just, and like I always say, the best strategy is the strategy that works at that right time, because everybody has different strategies. You just got to know when to use it. Sometimes it's just the it was a dark hole, I call this trip, because it was just finding every single hole I have in my strategy. No matter what I had, it found it. So Money Shot's no longer a hybrid player. Well, I'm not going to start off with the hybrid. Well, let's see what happens. It's back to the drawing board again. Try to maneuver things, try to get put together the strategies. On most part, it works really good. But on this trip, it was just a sorrowful trip. Minus 1570. Hoping to get back again, and get my money back in the next trip. I didn't force it. Again, like I said, I didn't rebuy in any of my $500 buy-in. I usually do a bankroll progression. People do strategy progressions. I do bankroll progressions where, when I start winning, I start buying in with more. So if I want positive 500, then that'll give me $1,000 bankroll, give me more options. I get to play more different strategies that need bigger bankroll to fund the initial investment. but I never got there. Never got there. Always been playing short stack. It's tough. It was a tough one for money shot. Hard one. Corey did have a good cut of huge 2 hour roll. You guys saw that. He started 66 inside. At the end of after everything was said and done, he ended up cashing out 16,000 plus. That is the unicorn roll, the miracle roll, like hitting a jackpot on the stop machine. Happy for Corey for him catching that. He was super stoked, but I was just when he texted me that picture, I was like, "Is those are $5,000 chips?" Simply amazing. I wish I caught that at the end, but I didn't. We left already when he caught that big roll at Golden Nugget, but that was our trip report in September. Great things happened. Mrs. Manisha took first place. My daughter, Zadra, did great. I had fun with all of the Patreons, got to meet new faces, made new friends. This craps community is great. But thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Win or lose, you guys still come and watch. But I just want to show you and be transparent of you can't win them all the time, and you're gonna get losses, and it's sometimes it hurts, but that's part of the game. But as long as you have fun, you're not going above your means, you're playing for what you practice for. You gotta be content with the results. So that's my advice to you guys. Have fun, enjoy the moment, enjoy everything in life. And thank you guys for watching our trip report for September 2023. Thank you guys. Take care. And may the dice be nice. Aloha.